Welcome to Parkland Regional Library's Shelving Nonfiction video tutorial. This video will teach you how to shelve nonfiction books in the proper order so they can be easily found by patrons. Let's get started. Books in your library are generally shelved in bays. Each section of a bay is called a shelf. When you are shelving books, you start on the top shelf of the bay and work your way from left to right. Remember to try to leave about 2 hand widths at the end of the shelf, so there will be room to add more books. Then you move down to the next shelf in the bay, filling all the shelves in a single bay from top to bottom. When the bay is full, you move to the bay to your right and repeat the process. Books are shelved with their spines facing out, so the spine label can be easily read. When you are shelving books, try to bring all the spines to the front of the shelf, so they are even with the edge. Now that we have the basics down, let's move on to learning how to read a spine label. Nonfiction books are shelved according to Dewey Decimal call numbers. The Dewey Decimal system assigns a call number to every item based on its subject matter. The broadest subjects fall into 10 classes, seen here. Those 10 classes can be divided into 10 divisions, which can then further be divided into 10 sections. Each number in the call number adds details about the item's subject matter. For example, the call number for the nonfiction book The Hand-Built Home is 684.104. The 600 tells us that this book falls into the technology class. The 680 indicates that it's about manufacturing for specific uses. And the 684 lets us know the book deals with manufacturing furnishings and home workshops. The numbers following the decimal point in a call number allow the subjects to get even more specific. So 684.1 refers to books dealing with furniture, and 684.104 refers specifically to wooden furniture. Don't worry, there's no need to memorize the call numbers or what they mean, but it will help you to shelve books properly if you have a basic understanding of how the call numbers work. When you are dealing with nonfiction books, the spine label will look like this, with the call number on top, followed by the cutter number. The cutter number isn't always an actual number. It's generally the first 3 letters of the author's last name, sometimes followed by the year the book was published. Shelving nonfiction books in the proper order can get a little confusing. The numbers to the left of the decimal point are shelved in sequential order, so books with a call number beginning with 685 come after or to the right of those starting with 684. Where the numbers can get tricky is after the decimal point. First, it's important to remember to read the numbers after the decimal, digit by digit, and not as whole numbers. For example, if we compare the numbers 684.2 and 684.12, reading the numbers digit by digit makes a big impact in the book's order. The numbers are the same up until the first number after the decimal point. 1 is less than 2, so 684.2 is shelved after or to the right of 684.12. You don't even need to look at the final number in 684.12 to determine the order. Not all call numbers have the same number of digits. It can help to mentally add zeros to the numbers so they are all the same length. For example, if you are trying to figure out whether 684.1 should be shelved before or after 684.13, add a 0. 684.1 becomes 684.10. If you read the 2 numbers now, digit by digit, they are the same up until the final digit. 0 is less than 3, and therefore 684.13 is shelved after or to the right of 684.1. If 2 books have the exact same call number, shelve according to the cutter number. The cutter number is most often the author's last name, so you will shelve the books alphabetically by author last name. You may have to look at the author's full last name to place books in their proper order. Thank you for joining us for this shelving nonfiction tutorial.